They don't want to see us win, prosper, and they'll do anything in their power to stop that. To them, we're not even considered human beings. It's time we stand together. Yeah.
Peace and power, my brothers and sisters. Welcome to the Midnight Advocate, where justice has a voice and the people, we got a plan. I'm Lucius Conway, Reverend Lucius Conway, your after dark legal lifeline, pulling the truth out of the shadows and putting the light in your hands. Tonight we turn our gaze to Detroit streets and our oversight bodies, guided by the wisdom of a civil rights giant. This is Granddaddy Got Game. Legal lessons from our elder, Fred Gray. Fred Gray dismantled segregation one lawsuit at a time. He forced transparency on law enforcement when silence was the easier path. If he were here in Detroit today, well, he not. He down south. He's 100 years old. He's still practicing law. He's a minister. He'd be cracking open closed-door investigations. He'd be demanding clear procedures, and he'd be making sure every complaint got daylight. It's midnight. You ready? Let's get into it. Fred Gray didn't hold back in Montgomery. He sued the city. He sued the bus company. He even sued the power structure until justice had no hiding place. And it's little known that Fred Gray actually argued the case in the Supreme Court during the bus boycott. Everybody knows Rosa Parks' name, but they don't know the lawyer's name. While they were marching in the street and Dr. King was out making speeches, Fred Gray was in the court winning lawsuits. Okay. He represented Rosa Parks and the Freedom Riders. He secured court orders that forced police to stop abusing their authority. He unveiled secret arrest records, compelling prosecutors to justify each detention under the law. He built relentless public pressure, reminding officials, your badge doesn't grant you impunity. For us in Detroit, those same tactics still apply. When complaints against officers languish unseen, when the office of the chief investigator process feels opaque, Gray's blueprint shows us to press, persist, and pry the doors open. Fred Gray's game was always first to the courthouse and last to leave until there's accountability. And here's how we play by his rules in Detroit today. We file a detailed complaint for police misconduct. We insist on written acknowledgement within 48 hours. We demand a complaint number and we keep it handy. We invoke the transparency laws that are on the books, including Michigan's Freedom of Information Act, better known as the FOIA, to obtain incident reports, body cam footage, dash cam footage, and Office of Chief Investigator for the Board of Police Commissioner files. We note the dates that the request is made. We note the follow-up every 10 business days. Bear in mind, a FOIA request has to be responded to within 10 business days or it's considered denied. A denied FOIA request is grounds for a civil lawsuit, and a civil lawsuit's penalties is it will make the government pay money, and it will make the government pay you money. Yeah, you heard me right. Mobilize community oversight. Attend your district's Board of Police Commissioners meeting. Speak up when protocols stall. Your voice forces minutes to reflect your concerns. When you stand up in a meeting or talk, include yourself in a meeting on Zoom, you're on the record. There's a transcript. It's a part of history. And it's something that can also be used in court. So nobody at the Board of Commissioners can say, I didn't know. You're sitting right there. Leverage written protocols. We review the Office of the Chief Investigator, Mr. Christopher Warfield's SOP, Standard Operating Procedure, in investigating these complaints. Now, you'll see some other stuff that I've posted today about how there has been a whole lot of no body cam footage. We haven't seen any lawsuits because the people that are trying to get the body cam footage have not made the FOIA request because they didn't know if they make the FOIA request, it's going to trigger a clock. And at the end of that clock is 10 days. On the 11th day, they can file a lawsuit. And if they don't have money for a lawyer, they can file a lawsuit on their own by waiver. I got the legal information to tell you how you can do that. And if the court finds that the governmental agency, in this particular instance, it would be the Office of the Chief Investigator, Freddie Warfield, was negligent in his duty and did not provide you with the information you were legally entitled to, they will make the government pay a penalty to the state, and they'll make the government pay a penalty to you. That's cash money. Okay? And you would be hitting them where it hurts. So we got to see his, and what they're calling his SOP, his standard operating procedure, it's about 4 directives that are in the city charter regarding how police misconduct complaints must be investigated, including that the police must wear body cams, and those body cams have to be turned on. First of all, they got to check in the body cam. When they're going on duty, they're supposed to, the law states, they must record themselves looking in that body cam, saying their name, their badge number, and the date and the time. When they go out in the street and leave that station, they are supposed to use that body cam every time they say hello and interact with any civilian, let alone investigate or interview. That body cam is supposed to be on, and that footage is generally supposed to be available. Okay? So, submit your public comments as well. Ensure every step from intake to resolution of your complaint is time-stamped and published. This will be beneficial for you in the event that you got to sue the city of Detroit. Partner with legal allies. I need you to get fired up. I need you to get inspired. I need you to check out some interviews with Fred Gray, Constance Rice, Vanita Gupta. I need you to look at these interviews just to fire you up and to hear them talk about from the front lines what it was like and what it is like. Because like I told you, Fred is still doing the work, okay, at 100 years old, down south. So, of course, you know my tiny URL is going to be there for you. Check the tiny URL out, get yourself fired up. Listen to those lessons on police reform, accountability, and transparency. Let your activism be intentional. Let your legal actions be persistent. Let your community demand the light that Fred Gray always sought. Our spiritual food tonight. Isaiah chapter 1 verse 17 from the Ethiopian Bible. Yeah, I said Ethiopian Bible. You know I didn't say King James or Amplified or any of these other ones? Because what I'm saying to you didn't come from those books. That's where you met it at. But all of it came out of the Ethiopian Bible. It's the oldest one in the world. It has 88 books. And the white people just came and took the ones that they wanted and introduced them to use them for whatever purposes they wanted to use them for. So when I refer to the scriptures, I'm going to tell you it's from the Ethiopian Bible because that's the one I use. Even though some of the books are the same, the Ethiopian Bible has more books. But they didn't want all the books. They only wanted the books that would serve their purposes. Isaiah chapter 1 verse 17, learn to do good work, seek justice, correct oppression, bring justice to the fatherless, and plead the widow's cause. Justice is not an add-on, it's the heart of our community. When God calls us to seek justice, he arms us with truth and courage to stand against the hidden wrongs, or what they hope to keep hidden. Filing FOIA's Freedom of Information Act requests, testifying at meetings, demanding published protocols, all of that is spiritual work. It's dismantling oppression, one procedure at a time. I want you to share this episode with every Detroiter who believes that police reform cannot wait. it's time for some accountability and transparency for real. And if we live this long, write in Lucius Conway on November 4th, or you could even do it during early voting or by absentee ballot. You have to live in District 2 though. And this is going to give us oversight that lasts beyond one term. However, you know I'm in it to win it. And I'm talking about justice, not an election. So, I mean, the election's 5 months off, and I'm not walking around, vote for me, and I'm gonna do this, vote for me, and I'm gonna do that. That's not what I'm saying. I'm telling you what I am doing and inviting you to join me in fighting for justice. And after election, it just continues. It doesn't begin then. I got to get out of here, but I just want to say, it's something when politicians make promises. I want to know what you're doing. Not what you gonna do. What are you doing? Because if you're waiting to get a check to do something, then I don't trust you because you're doing it for the money. What's really in your heart? If what's really in your heart is getting the check to do the work, I ain't interested. But if you're already doing the work and you say, listen, I need the authority of the office and I can do a bit more, then I can ride with you. And that's literally what I'm saying. Anyway, let's pray it out. The Lord bless you and keep you. May He preserve your records and protect your rights. The Lord make His face shine upon you and be gracious to you. May clarity expose every cover-up and grace guide police reform. The Lord lift up His countenance upon you and give you peace that comes when accountability is enforced and justice is seen. Rest well, my beloved family. And we rise, one complaint, one FOIA, one midnight at a time. This is the Midnight Advocate.